great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Joseph now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Ski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Joker.
James Bradbury there to make the tackle. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Johnson the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Brought down back at the 29-yard line. 53's the mark. 53. Check 53. Watch the slant.
On 3rd down, Martinez. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. Here's Matt Weil now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. This is taken at the 23. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Browns drive about to get started. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
second down, Murray sets to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack.
Murray with a third and long. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. They convert on third with a gain of 22. Throwing on first down is Murray. Jones has it. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
The first down run with Gurley, a good one. He gets forward for 6 yards. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. Gurley's got the first down and then some. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Todd Gurley with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Joseph on for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. Joseph now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. A quick hitter complete. It's Grant. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
A gain of 17 yards. That's good for our Lions. First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Squeeze, get in there.
Watch the shot.
Dog.
Here's Martinez. From the gun, he'll throw. He's going to watch. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. To throw is Martinez. Throwing again. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. The Browns drive about to get started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. On 2nd down, here's Murray. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, wide open, complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. Joseph now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Here's Murray. Oh, now Murray has it stripped.
Boom! That's how we do it, baby.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Aaron Colvin. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do. And beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Martinez operating from the gun. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the gun, Martinez. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. Johnson was the intended receiver, so his struggles just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football. Charles, now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
On the ready. Mark 50. Come on. 2 times.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. On the move to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. Joseph now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Watch out. Watch the safety creep. Ready.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Being chased out left. He's going to run, but he's got a long run. And I think the ball's out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. fumble recovery. It's Murray. And it's caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 18 yards that time to push him up, 1st and goal. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Todd Gurley in the final seconds of the first half as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point splits the uprights. And the rout is on here in this first half. Joseph now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Martinez now. A final shot before break. Escaping the... And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff...
Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. He's at the 40, 20, 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Todd Gurley, 78 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. You talk about the dominating rushing performances that you and I have seen together. This has got to be right up there. His 4th touchdown run of the game and another long one to boot.
And I don't need to ask for a witness because you're right here with me. We are watching this, and we're watching such a performance that it's demoralizing for anyone on defense. You know, it starts out coaches screaming, tackle him, get him. And after that last touchdown, I bet it's pure silence on that side of the ball.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. Joseph now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run it with Johnson. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 4 yards the pickup, first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw. Martinez. And he will find his man on the outside. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Check H3218. Chopper, chopper. Ready, go.
From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Mine's 59. Mine's 59. Here we go. Here we go.
Martinez throwing on first down. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Myles Garrett able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
At the 42-yard line.
Check.
Here's Martinez to throw on 2nd down. He's going to go for a big play, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Greedy Williams picks it off, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking...
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. He was looking for Matthews that time. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
After the turnover, here's Murray. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
But that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Right. He's tight right here.
To throw, it's Murray. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. Room to run past midfield. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Todd Gurley, 61 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will swell by one more. Joseph now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Mike is 59. Lock it. And we got to get on. Go on. What happened?
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, and that'll bring up second down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Big 61. Match up.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
To throw is Martinez. Off play action. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Back to throw. Martinez. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Martinez off the play fake, eluding the pressure right. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Keanu Neal with a safety blitz for the sack.
Brings up 3rd down and 6.
Go.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Lions on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 6. Now a handoff here to his running back. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Martinez now throwing on 4th down. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. On 1st down, it's Gurley. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A quick throw complete out to Beckham. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 26-yard line.
On play action, it's Murray going for it all. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing now is Murray. Murray fighting, lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And this one is right down Broadway. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 19-yard line.
Smoke. Check, ready, go.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Martinez. He's going to launch this. And got his man complete. The 20, 10, and he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. We you know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Oh, design run for their wideout. Got some room at the 30. Odell Beckham Jr. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants him to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Yes! Motion. Mike 5'9", Let's go!
Martinez. From the gun, he'll throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Here's Martinez on 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated.
And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 48, and they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Here's Gurley now out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Another carry now for Gurley. And he's taken down inside the 30. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. On the end around, this is Julio Jones. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. To throw on 3rd down, Murray. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play.
And he's taken down. This will be a Browns sack. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Echo. Check 59. Mike is 50.
Looking to throw. Martinez. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Incomplete from the contact.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check 49. Check 49.
To throw is Martinez. Operating from the gun. Steps away to his left. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And that will write a finish to this ball game. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Browns, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.